Boom, we are continuing Nicholas Milan's video. How he won the UK election. What happened? I think at the end of the last part, he just gave out the flyers to the town of Richmond. You know, Vicky Sunak, Old Town. Not Old Town. The town was running in. So yeah, this guy was, what's his name? Tate. I remember.
I think we've got our message out there enough. Enough shop fronts are saying vote Niko, and that is what really matters. I'm over the moon with this. I think now we can really push forward.
Right now to the election, and this time next week we'll know who our newly elected Prime Minister is.
We were 1 week out. It seemed Rishi's lies had started to catch up with him as he was plummeting in the opinion polls.
Rishi Sunak is facing electoral annihilation. Sunak is staring at the worst election defeat since 1997. That's what the latest opinion polls are saying. A new survey by YouGov paints a grim picture, the worst yet.
And this seemed like the perfect opportunity for me to insert myself as the answer. I spent the last week getting to know the locals personally.
You got my vote,
July
mate.
4th.
Yeah, you got to beat that rat.
Yeah, And it felt like people were starting to warm to me.
I've heard about you.
Why is every single person in this town white, but then Rishi Sunak isn't? What the hell?
Heard about me.
Yeah, so you're doing a good job in the area.
But this wasn't going to be enough. If I wanted to compete properly, I needed a plan. So I created a guide to saving Richmond and Northallerton before the election. And who better to pitch it to than Tate? Right now, we're about to see Tate again. The reason for that is I feel like he represents this area the best. He knows everything about it. So I want to pitch to him my plan of helping the area before the election and see what he says. And as I headed to see him, I was met with a sickening surprise.
Oh my God, Niko. Look at the window.
Oh my gosh. I'm gone. How do I bring that up to him? Hello, my friend. Is that I saw that the poster fell down.
Oh, I took it down because I'm upset I'm not going to vote.
Oh, really? What made you decide against voting?
I feel like I'm really making a difference, honestly. I don't think anything I do will really help.
I think you can make a huge impact, Tate. It saddens me that you don't think that your voice matters. My idea is for helping this place. I wanted to come here to speak to you about it.
Yeah.
I've got a plan.
Okay.
Which I want to do before the election. Sounds a bit wild, but I'll tell you. First off, I want to go out and fix some potholes. You think that's a good idea to go and do as long as it's safe?
Yeah, as long as it's safe and they're filled in properly, so we get people talking.
Yeah, get the people talking so they see that it's possible. The next one, what I wanted to do was completely based off our conversation. Bring a whole lot of people in and have like a tour bus to bring the community together. And I was hoping that maybe you could help pinpoint the best places where you think a tour bus could go.
That would help the whole town.
And I'm hoping that with that we can show the change which can be made.
Well, let's hope so. Get that thing done and make sure people see it.
Tate, thank you so much. Your voice really does matter.
Okay.
You might not think that, but I can only tell you the impact which you've had on me, and I appreciate it.
Yeah. Well, it's the thing when you're sat here for hours on end with nobody in, you think about a lot of things.
Thank you, Tate. With Tate's approval of the plan, it was time to carry out step one, the potholes. But first, I needed to make sure this was all legal.
Hello.
Hello, it's me, Niko. I found some people in the area who are happy for me to fill in potholes for them. Is that okay for me to do?
No, don't do that.
Why?
Why?
Because you're not an elected official, so the roads and the upkeep of roads is not your responsibility, and it could be seen as electoral fraud.
What if I were to dress up as a vigilante so no one would actually know that it was me?
That sounds like a terrible idea. It's still electoral fraud, you just might somehow get away with it, but that doesn't mean it's the correct thing to do.
So I could get away with it?
Maybe.
I would have loved to have filled these potholes in myself, but unfortunately that would be considered election fraud, as I'd be bribing people to vote for me by helping them out. But luckily Batman turned up. He joined up with some local pothole fixers and began filling in potholes himself, and we happened to catch it all on camera. What a coincidence. And after fixing his first pothole, word was getting out about it. I'm trying to save this place.
Are you the MP guy?
No, but he seems really cool. YouTuber, yeah, since
You then?
I'm Batman. Spread the word that Batman's here to save the city. And he was straight on to the next pothole.
What's with the cape?
We're trying to work out how we can save this place.
Some sort of YouTube or Instagram or something like that, is it?
Yeah, it's called Batman. Yeah,
Yeah.
got a few movies as well. Do you know the Joker?
I've seen him. I've not seen him lately.
He's the reason all these potholes are here. Can't believe he managed to find his way as Prime Minister. Batman's next job was a pothole at the front of a local preschool. Don't get any kids in, George.
Don't worry, man.
You little nonce. I can't believe
Yeah.
the Prime Minister is allowing children to risk their lives just by stepping into school. Luckily, Batman was here to save the day, while his accomplice George took fake bystander phone footage and posted on the local Facebook groups to try and make sure as many people as possible found out about Batman. We are fighting crime. Take this, Richie. Beforehand, the kids would have left this school and tripped over and maybe broke a bone or something. But now, it's safe.
How they drive so quick?
Nothing short of heroic. God, it's tough fighting crime. And as Batman headed to his next mission, he tried his best to do some good deeds. Do you need a hand? You need some help? You good? Who are you calling a devil? Run along now. Come back. I'm sorry. Batman then headed into Northallerton to
guy's
spread some more
insane.
joy. Nice dog. Nice trim.
What did you say?
A nice trim. Batman continued completing good deeds around the Northallerton area, but people were having a tough time understanding that it was in fact Batman and not me.
Are you Niko?
No, I'm Batman.
Yeah, you are. You're Niko.
I'm Batman.
Is he Niko?
I'm Batman.
You're Niko.
I'm Batman.
That's Niko.
I'm Batman. And then Batman moved on to his final pothole of the day. That is an absolutely horrific pothole.
I want to be Robin.
You ready to be Robin?
I'm ready to be Robin.
Robin was happy, and so was Batman. After a long day of filling potholes and helping people, I just hope that the word spreads about Batman. Yeah, hopefully the plan works. And word started to spread pretty fast. That very evening, Batman returned to the centre of Richmond as he was contacted for an interview by a local journalist from Richmondshire Today.
There's got to be a reason why you're filling in potholes. I mean, what inspired you to do it? People get pissed off about loads of things, not just potholes.
First off, I thought, let me try and fix the potholes. You know what they say, you either die a hero or you live long enough to see yourself become a pothole.
Or you live long enough to see yourself a pothole.
Become a pothole, yeah.
Excuse my ignorance, but are you standing at the election?
No, I'm Batman.
But you're not standing or anything like that?
No,
Can
I'm
I ask
Batman.
what your real name is?
It's Batham.
Yep.
Manley.
Batham, B-A-T.
H-A-M.
Manley, M-A-N.
L-E-Y.
Are you local?
I mean, Gotham's relatively local.
Relatively, yeah. Batman, thank you very much. You're a superstar.
Tell the world what you've heard today. Well, now that's done. Can't wait to see how people react to that. Off we go. And people were loving Batman.
I'm so intrigued about like life in like a small town like this. And like what's the population? Richmond and Allerton population. Richmond, UK. Okay, well no. No. I don't know. But this seems like a
This whole campaign had been...
this seems like a small town, which I don't know. Just this small towns like this I found very interesting how they live. I feel like everyone should know each other now. Or maybe it's not that small.
Off we go. And people were loving Batman.
Where do they work? Like, where's the big building that they work in? It doesn't make sense.
This whole campaign I'd been trying to get through to the boomers of Richmond and Northallerton. Turns out all I had to do was use Facebook, as their groups were absolutely rampant with pictures and videos of Batman.
This is why I'm proud to be British.
Someone had to do it, though.
I'm surprised Rishi isn't dressed as the Joker.
I'm told it's Niko on Alana. Google him. Winky face.
Not all heroes wear capes, but this one does.
Batman had saved the town. And everywhere you went, you heard his name.
Hello, Batman.
Hello, my friend. Hello. I'm not actually Batman.
Yeah, you were.
No, that wasn't me. Why, did you see him? Did you see Batman?
Everybody did. It's all over the Facebook.
Is it? Wait, so this is Batman?
That is Batman.
Fixing potholes. So,
Robin, we're here for
got you guys, got you.
You're going to be our next Prime Minister, aren't you? Make sure you
Yeah,
get that
so-
bastard the votes.
I'm going to. You vote for me?
Yeah.
Wow, I didn't expect this much of a positive reaction, especially in this place. Just 10 days ago, I was booed out of this very pub, and now it seemed that these guys were on my side. If the Batman had made the rest of the town feel this way too, I might actually have a chance in this election, and a chance to save this place. From Rishi, who apparently was pretty near.
Wait, I just want to, bro. Where do people work? Cuz, like, did people have office jobs and stuff? Like, you're in the middle of fucking nowhere. Like, look at these houses here. What do they do for work? Or that like little village in there. I don't. The biggest building I can see is a fucking castle. Oh, it is very interesting. There's a cricket pitch. I'm sure they have something to do. Looks lovely, by the way. Looks very quiet and nice. I just feel like, as someone that lived in the city the whole life, there's always people everywhere. You can order anything at like 4 a.m. in the morning. Yeah, this just seems kind of weird.
And a chance to save this place. From Rishi, who apparently was pretty nearby.
You do know your mates around town?
What Rishi's been here?
Yeah, he's been in, not in here, but he's been in Taylor's. They've been in the shop this morning.
Which shop? Rishi Sunak, the man I was running against, the man who'd caused so much harm in this country, was mere meters away from me. I couldn't waste this opportunity. I had to find him. How long ago was this?
30 minutes ago.
Well, pleasure, guys. And thanks for telling me about Batman and Rishi. So the tailors. And my first stop was the pie shop where he'd just been spotted. If I was going to get any info about Rishi at all, I had to make them feel comfortable enough to bring it up.
Who's next, please?
I couldn't make it too obvious that I was trying to hunt him down. I'm running for MP, so I'm quite excited to try one of these pies. You had an MP in here before? Oh, that's my competition. So what was it that Rishi said when he came here earlier?
Not so much. He just like came in and got his pies.
He came in and got his pies. And as a question, who has more aura, myself or Rishi? Yeah? The pie shop didn't have much intel for me, but I could sense that Rishi was within touching distance. Where could he be? Where is Sunak? But no matter where I searched, has Rishi been here today?
Not in here.
It seemed I lost his trace. Have you seen Rishi? Rishi may have escaped our grasp today, but he has not won. The battle is not over. He is just hidden away from me. We will find you, Rishi. And when we do, you'll know that your time is up. You're not. I'm not gonna kill him, but I'm gonna let him know that I'm the man. That's what I'm gonna do.
Good morning, Richmond. The general election is less than 72 hours away.
Guys, how would you guys like an MP who joins you on your runs? I'm going to help the people. Legend. It seemed like my work taking down Rishi was working.
The UK election just days away now, and opinion polls suggest the UK is headed for its first change in government in 14 years.
Could Rishi keep up with you guys like this? He's focusing too much on running. Not enough on the country. Goodbye, guys. July 4th. Vote Niko. With just 2 days to go until the vote, I really ramped up the campaigning. What flower's that?
Fuchsia.
A fuchsia. I want this country to have a better future. And I think all of this campaigning, especially with the success of the Batman taking over the local Facebook groups, had really hit home with the locals, as that morning, I caught wind of something that blew my mind.
Bought a chocolate to support a local party.
You've just bought a chocolate to support a local party?
There's a chocolate cafe called Mocha, and they are running a chart.
So those are the chocolates you buy, and then you get a black sticker.
All right, we need to go there now. I'm not even joking. I headed to Mocha, the coffee shop with the election poll, and to my surprise, independent, non-party backed Nicholas Omalana was not only competing with the big parties, but I was in the lead. You can't say I'm not winning this whole thing. Incredible. What do you need to do to get a vote here?
Buy chocolates for £1 each, and then you get a sticker of your choice, and all the money is donated.
I spent £1 on one of my own Niko Omalana branded chocolates and added yet another vote to my ever-growing tally. Let's see how I taste. I'm good. Weird way to say that, but alright. I'm going to quickly tweet election poll in a local coffee shop. Rishi Sunak 7, Niko Milana 78. There's levels to this game. Absolutely over the moon. I'm so happy because it's Rishi Sunak 7. He has 7 votes. That's outrageous. The tide was starting to turn in my favour, and now it was time to put my new influence to good use. I was going to bring the community together with the greatest bus tour Richmond had ever seen. But there was still one man who seemed pretty uncertain about the whole thing. Tate, who was unfortunately feeling a bit under the weather. You feeling okay? No. No. I'm sorry.
It's killing me, and absolutely all my joints are aching.
I'm sorry.
It's alright. I've written out a bunch of
Ideas.
what I can think of.
Okay, this is all looking good. I wanted to put your store there as the final point. Could I put that there?
Yeah, if you want to, sure.
This tour could really change things in this place.
I did the tours like that. It wasn't big. Barely got more than like 12 people at the most.
Tate was being his usual optimistic self.
It's hard to make it make a difference.
I'm gonna try and show you that we can do it, Tate. Thank you so much for your time, Tate.
Okay.
See you soon, Tate. So Tate has lost faith in the community of this place. So the only thing which we can do is bring that community back. So I called up some of the contacts I'd already made in Richmond, because I knew I could rely on them to help me out and come to the tour. Hi, is this Daniel?
Again?
It's Niko.
Hi, Niko. Niko.
Do you remember me?
Niko.
Niko.
No.
You don't remember me?
No.
I did collect the numbers of a few people who promised me they'd come to the tour, but who knew if they were actually telling the truth or if they just didn't want to disappoint the new upcoming politician in the area. And I wish I could have spent longer collecting numbers, but I had interviews to do. With my recent rise in popularity, it seemed every journalist in Richmond wanted to hear what I had to say.
Why are you the best person to lead this country?
I have aura, I'm not weird, and I just know what I'm doing. And for some reason, some of them still weren't taking me seriously, like these guys from The Guardian.
You're a candidate here.
I'm a candidate, the most serious one.
Why are you wearing children's sunglasses?
Why not?
Good answer. So you're a candidate here?
I'm a candidate, yeah. I decided to run here to compete directly against Rishi Sunak.
Why?
When I saw that he wanted to send young people to war, I decided to go to war with him.
But you haven't got a cat in hell's chance, have you?
Well, I do.
You think you have?
Yeah. What's the joke? Have you ever heard of the story of David and Goliath? That's what's about to happen right here. If you don't believe that I can actually win this election, you should go into that coffee shop just there, Mocha, yeah? And you should see the poll, and you should see where Rishi is and how many votes I have.
Okay.
I was just humbled when I walked in there this morning and realised...
This is the first you'd heard of it this morning?
Yeah, I walked in and someone told me, oh, you're winning the poll. And I was like, what poll?
It's the Mocha general election chocometer. You're absolutely eating his lunch, buddy.
Yeah, he destroyed him. And Rishi he is flapping. He's panicking a lot. I'm not counting, but there's 88, which I've got.
Are you even beating the Labour Party here?
Yeah, destroying them as well, by about 30.
Okay.
But I'm not counting.
Right, I better vote then. Well, I think we'll have two on Niko's pile.
Oh my goodness.
I like your attitude.
Thank you, man.
Where's Niko's one?
Niko's all gone. All sold out.
Sold out?
Yeah. Running out of space, I think. Thank you for your vote. Thank you, Guardian. I think that's the first time the media looked at me and were like, I like that. They heard what I was saying and thought, he's making sense. Not, let's take him down. And that's the type of attitude we need. We need more people like that guy.
Yeah.
Today marks the final day of campaigning in the United Kingdom before voters head to the polls for tomorrow's general election.
Tomorrow, the power is in your hands.
Is there a nightmare brewing for the Conservative Party? If that were replicated on election day, that would mean their worst result since the general election after the First World War in 1918.
Are you the only person left who thinks you still have a chance?
I had a full day of campaigning ahead, but the Niko Milanas from across the country were all going hard on their final day of campaigning too.
Hello, madam. Hello. Who are you voting for tomorrow?
Not really sure.
If you could consider my vote, my name is Niko Milana.
Oh.
A vote for me is a vote for world peace.
Thank you.
They were all out there spreading the word about Niko Milana in their own weird and wonderful ways.
Vote Niko! Vote Niko!
Do you know who Niko Milana is?
I do not know.
Do you know who Chunks is?
Yeah.
You know his big, tall, lanky, giraffe-looking pal? It's Niko. Vote Niko Milana tomorrow.
Yes, I will. There we go. Vote for Niko at the tallest place in Europe. Vote Niko Milana. Cheers.
They dished out thousands of flyers and hoped to get as many votes for themselves as possible. And now that they'd done their job, it was time to finish mine, which takes us to the final step of my plan, the bus tour. I phoned up Tate before the tour for some final words of advice, but I must have accidentally called him right in the middle of his breath-holding practice. Hello? Hi Tate, I'm going to try and bring the community together today. Hello? Hi Tate, I'm going to try and bring the community breath-holding practice. Hello? Hi Tate, I'm going to try and bring the community together today, man.
Good luck. Like I said to you yesterday, it's like herding cats.
Well, I'm a professional cat herder, Tate.
Well, I used to think the same thing.
Well, let's hope.
Alright.
Tate didn't fill me with confidence, but I was determined to prove him wrong. I just had to hope everyone from yesterday had stuck to their word. Oh my, imagine just no one turns up. Okay, I see it now, the turnout. The turnout is not bad. It's not bad, to be fair. I thought there was going to be no one. We got some people there. We'd managed to get a decent turnout, but we were still missing one last thing. Here it is, guys. No, not him. The bus. Enjoy the journey, guys. Welcome on the bus. Here we go, guys. My first Richmond and Northallerton tour. You want to join us? Yeah, come on then. How you doing, man? Let's get into this. Are we ready? Yeah, let's go. Yeah? We're off to Northallerton first. Richmond, I love you. Vote for me. Hey, man. Vote Niko. Vote Niko to save the place. I'll make Richmond a capital city. I'll get Tommy Robinson to change his name to Abdi Mohammed. Hello.
Yeah, do that.
As we headed to Northallerton, people were loving the tour, and I made sure to give credit where it was due. You guys know the shop on the corner of the Richmond Square? It's like a souvenir shop. No, it's like a souvenir. The guy who runs it's called Tate. It was a sad realization finding out just how unknown Tate's shop really was, especially amongst the people who'd lived in Richmond their entire lives. Yeah. Have you been there before? So the person who owns that store, he made this path for me. So we were thinking to end this tour by going there. Yes, his granddad passed away and then his grandson took over. Yeah, exactly. Tate's route took us through the local towns of Scorton and Brompton-on-Swale. Hello, Scorton! Wow, look at that! Look what they drive in Scorton. Hi, mate! Nice car! Vote Niko or we crush you. And a few miles down the road, we'd reached Northallerton, the furthest point of the tour. Vote Niko! Hey! I'll put Buckingham Palace on Airbnb! Vote Niko! And on the way back to Richmond, we were enjoying ourselves. Hey, one more time. We'd arrived back in Richmond, but the tour was far from over. Never knew this here. It's a good spot. Hello, Tate.
Hi. How we doing, mate? You all right? No, not too bad.
This is
actually incredible. Oh, wow.
Tate will know better than I do, but there's a whole bunch of Richmond history just in this one building.
Oh yeah, the building's not like 400-year old. It's probably one of the oldest buildings in the town.
It was so heartwarming to see Tate in his element, with a glint back in his eye and a smile on his face as he talked about his passion. Oh dear. Careful, guys, careful.
Any breakages must be paid for.
Yeah. People were fascinated by his stories of Richmond and his collection of antiques.
Oh yeah, it's good. Who says that?
A couple people bought a hat for themselves, and so did I. There we go, perfect. Oh yeah, that looks great. I need to rock this all the time, to be honest.
I've never seen one that good condition. Would not recommend wearing it in the rain.
Guys, Tate literally did the whole tour, which we just went on. He designed it himself, so yeah, massive appreciation to you, Tate, for that. Thank you, guys. Thank you so much, Tate.
Most hats have sold in weeks.
Since coming back to Richmond, this was the first time I'd seen true community in this place.
Yeah, this is like a proper town. That's something you won't get by living in a big city. Yeah, you don't even know your fucking neighbor. Yeah, but here, you know the whole town, which is kind of cool. I respect it.
That Richie just hasn't been able to create here. I think that was absolutely amazing. at all. And after saying goodbye, we went back to speak to Tate to see how he found it. It was a mission, but we got the people together.
I mean, it was nice to hear so many people who'd known my grandfather actually realising we're still open. Nice to have people aware of it again, I suppose.
Yeah.
Yeah, it's good.
I'm so glad, Tate, because that's what I wanted. I feel like this is such a cool place, and anyone from Richmond would really take this in. But yeah, they're just not aware that it's still here.
Yeah. Wish it could be more like that more often, because at the moment it's just like it is now. It's like there's literally 2 people that show up at once, and I don't know. It's hard.
Do you feel like we've restored your faith a little bit?
Yeah, I mean, I suppose so. It's a step in the right direction, but it's got to keep happening. It can't be just a one-off. I'm impressed you got so many people.
Thank you.
Hopefully not reflecting your votes.
Yeah. Have you thought any more about what you're going to do?
If I do vote, I will give you a vote. Sure.
Wow, Tate. Thank you. Thank you.
All right.
Thank you so much.
No worries.
Appreciate your time, Tate. Yeah, that's fine. Bye, Tate. I know that I wanted to win, and I was relying on the votes of thousands of people, but I found myself completely infatuated with one man's vote. The man who supported me before anyone else did. I wanted to change this place for him. It's fair enough bringing people to his shop, but it needed to keep happening. And the only way I could guarantee that was by winning. And that brings us to Election Day.
United Kingdom went to polls today about at 6 in the morning. Britons thronged to the 40,000 polling stations set up across the country.
At 10 p.m, the exit poll will be published, and that is a real indication as to who is going to have won this election.
The Prime Minister's constituency always attracts a lot of candidates. One of them is YouTuber Niko, who had hired an open-top bus to travel around Richmond today. His policy of making Richmond and Northallerton a joint capital is unlikely to take off, unless this very, very unscientific coffee shop poll is right.
Why? Why don't they take me seriously? They don't realise that today we're getting more votes than anyone else. We're going to save this country today. It's happening. BBC, there's nothing you can do about it. It's voting day. Let's go.
I'm Sam Ray, Labor for Hawke. Labor will make sure everyone in our community can see a bulk billed GP again. We'll train more doctors and nurses, and we've...
Is that a flippin' ad? Right, that's kind of mad though. I'm watching a video about an election, and then the ad I got is about an election.
BBC,
They
there's
fucking
nothing
know
you can
everything.
do about it. It's voting day. Let's go. And to kick off the voting day, I spoke to the town about where exactly their votes were going on this big final day. Have you voted? Yes. I appreciate your vote. I know it was probably a big jump, but I'll make the change which we need in Richmond and Northallerton. Huh? What? You didn't vote for Rishi, did you? You wouldn't do that to me.
How?
No, I'm competing against Rishi. I'm competing against him. So why didn't you vote for me?
You do these things and sometimes you regret it, don't you?
It's okay if you regret it. You regret it?
I do.
Okay, well, I forgive you. Next time you vote Niko.
I will. I'll give you a chance. That's all you can ask for.
Right, exactly.
But
Bring it in.
it's a funny thing, really, because
So with this elderly gentleman voting for my opponent, it was important I bounced back. And ironically, I bumped into one of only 3 young people in this town. And it turns out he was actually on his way to vote for me. You weren't going to? And then someone excited the political game.
You made the effort, man. You made the effort. You're up here. Rishi's not.
It's absolutely amazing that we've got someone who wasn't going to vote for us. Oh my goodness. Oh my goodness. Brother, you've done it. Thank you so much for your service.
My Prime Minister right here.
I may have gotten this man's vote. I hadn't yet been able to secure a vote that is deeply important to me, and that's Tate's vote. His influence in my ideas have certainly been a driving force as to why I've been pushing so hard to get through to this town. And the last time we spoke, he told me if he votes, he'd vote for me. So I gave him a last-minute call on voting day to see what he was going to do. Hello? Hi, Tate.
Hey.
You thinking to go out and vote today, Tate?
Well, I'm thinking about it. Go after I've finished submitting this art piece.
Yeah, okay. Oh, so you're going to finish submitting that, and then you might go out and vote.
Yeah, I'll make my way down there.
All right, Tate. Thanks, man.
Yeah, no worries.
Bye, Tate.
Bye-bye.
Bye. He might be on it. He might be on it. So Tate has told us he's going to vote now, and we've actually been to his house before, which means we can find out where his local polling station is, just to make sure he votes. But I'm not going to pressure him into voting for me. I just want to watch him vote. And we're going to head to his polling station now and hide and just wait for him to arrive. That's not weird though, right, George?
No, that's definitely not weird at all.
That is so odd.
Tate should be coming from that direction over there, and yeah, we'll be able to see him confirm his vote. Don't let him see you. We can't creep him out. George, come here, come. Come. Okay. You going? Is he going in? Okay, we need to walk round. Before when he comes out. We need to conveniently walk into it. He's actually voted. This is gonna need to be very convenient. Tate! Oh my gosh. Nice to see you, my friend.
Good to see you.
How's you just vote?
Yeah.
Yeah. Oh wow, okay. Well, no, honestly, should we go and convenient to run into you here. Well, it's all led up to this, hasn't it?
Well,
To voting day.
See what Biniface does when he's in power.
No, you're joking around with me, Tate. There's no chance you voted Biniface.
I think my dad did though.
Really? Voted for Biniface?
Yeah, I think so.
Damn, you should have got him on me. On my case, that would have been good.
That's right, mate.
Did you actually?
Yeah, my dad's crazy racist.
Oh, okay, fair enough. Okay. Couldn't win him over this time then. With Tate going against the odds and actually voting for me after he seemed so adamant on not voting, it felt appropriate to understand where he changed his mind. So we sat down and had a little chat. So why did you decide to vote for me?
Because I think a lot of people are on board with you. As far as I'm aware, most young people don't care about any politics or anything that's going on. The older generation and the new generation, they don't connect the two. They don't have anything in common anymore. If you can find a new way to repolish the old turd that is British politics, I think you're doing something right, mate.
Thank you, Tate. I'm trying.
I think if we can at least get young people interested and concerned about what is going on in their communities, then you're doing something right, mate. That's why I voted for you.
Thank you, Tate. Thank you. Having you say that to me, I can't tell you how much that means to me. No, man, I think you're amazing, man. I think it's amazing how you're so authentically yourself, and the fact that I got someone who knows this place and wants the best for this place to vote for me, I'd be happy. Thank you for what you've taught me about this place. It's been an absolute honor, and I'll see you soon. So with that wonderful summary from Tate, me and him said our farewells as I let him fade back off into his wild world of Richmond. And while he did that, the time had come to finally head towards the count.
There are a few hours left of Decision Day as we elect 650 MPs.
Across the country, millions of us have been turning out to vote.
Broadcasters aren't allowed to report details of election issues or campaigning until 10 o'clock tonight, when the stations close and we get the first exit poll.
The deadline for voting was coming to an end, so I was heading to the leisure centre located in Northallerton, where the votes would finally be counted.
The final votes are being cast.
And after all the speeches, all the promises, all the arguing,
It's time to see what Britain decides.
So the question is, will it be Rishi Sunak, Sir Keir Starmer, or Niko Malana? We don't yet know, but we'll find out tonight.
We've been pushing for weeks on end to get through to this town and the country, striving for change and to make things happen. We'd been campaigning and speaking to the people as much as we could, but now there was no more.
This guy.
We'd been campaigning and speaking to the people.
This guy was fucked. It was fucked.
As much as we could, but now there was no more. No more speaking, no more campaigning. Only one thing remained.
the counting is about to start. So, let election night begin.
The polls for the Prime Minister are now closed. All eyes turn to the count.
So it's time for me to go and see all of those votes being counted.
What's your reason for coming here?
I'm running.
You what, sorry?
I'm running.
You're running?
Yeah, I'm a MP.
Oh, you're an MP?
Yeah, I'm about to win.
Alright.
Where do we enter?
Off to the left there's another entrance with sort of smoked glass.
Got you.
That's where you need to go to.
Thank you very much. I look forward to having you all under my command when I win.
Good luck.
Look forward to it, guys. Thank you. At a count like this, every candidate is allowed to bring a team with them to monitor the count and make sure no one is tampering with the votes. Normally, this would be your own political party, but for me, my backup was in the shape of a few figures that had wanted to help me from the very beginning. During this campaign, I asked people to change their name, and a lot of people did but weren't successful. So it only felt right to bring some of the fallen soldiers back to life. That's right, I gathered an array of fallen Nikos to help me check my votes through this evening. A force to be reckoned with they were, right by my side on entry. An entry that saw me come face to face with one of my rivals. Hello, Binface.
Well, what a moment.
How you doing? Congratulations on your campaign.
With you.
Yes, I had to.
Are they all Niko or
Binface.
Milana's?
Maybe they are.
Maybe they are.
I think I personally have won this whole constituency.
Is this fictive? Is this fictive? Bro, it's too funny, man. The UK is too funny.
How are you reckoning that one, Niko?
Well, there's a coffee shop and I won the poll.
You are the man. Give us a hand.
And you're the alien.
Independent politics.
Thank you,
We love
Binface.
it.
But now it was time to move on to the floor. Guys, I just want to say good luck with the count. I don't want to see any rigging. If everything is correct, I will win. So, just so you know, if I don't win, I know who to blame. Keep an eye out for my votes. Let's have a look. You see one? You saw one? We got a vote!
Survey by YouGov paints a grim
Fuck
picture.
off.
That one, Niko.
All dressed identically in your sunglasses, applauding every ballot paper where there's a cross for you.
Every 1,000 we applaud. We're doing extremely well. We're very excited to win this whole election and bring it home.
And defeat the Prime Minister.
Oh, he will be absolutely destroyed. Rishi will be crying and we will be tasting his tears.
I mean, it looks like his party's not doing at all well tonight. Do you feel
Because of
for him
me.
at all?
Yeah, no, I don't feel for him at all. I have zero sympathy. He had this coming. And yeah, because I have campaigned so much, the Conservative Party have just fallen through. And it's all because of Rishi, and it's all because of me as well. And she was right. Over the country, it was clear the Conservatives were falling. It was a record-breaking low for Rishi's Conservative Party, which shows that his methods of lying, turning people against each other and dunking on the young had not worked.
The Conservatives have lost it.
Shapps, Chalk, Mordaunt, Hart, Keegan, Fraser, gone.
There was now no way Rishi was going to be the Prime Minister. He had officially lost the election. So my expectation was very high. Winning. Winning is the only option. If I don't win, then something has gone wrong. I'm not going to say rigged, but rigged.
Are you serious? What's the joke here?
There is no joke. I'm the most serious politician in the country, and I genuinely believe that.
And that you'll be Prime Minister?
I will be Prime Minister, yes. Yes, I was actually sending that lady because, as we know, I wasn't trying to be the Prime Minister. My goal was to dethrone him. So I needed to get more votes than him in his constituency to do that. And for hours now, those votes had been getting counted. And as the clock struck 3 a.m., an announcement was made.
Please can I have your attention? All the counting teams for the Richmond and Northallerton constituency have now been completed and all the votes counted.
Meaning it was time for the result and for the arrival of Mr. Sunak.
As you can see, this is our first sight of the Prime Minister this morning. By this stage, Rishi Sunak just disappearing inside his count.
And as he entered the count, he was instantly getting pressed with some important questions.
What's your message to the country, Mr. Sunak?
I followed behind him heading towards the stage where the final results for this area would be announced. And
Oh my god, the UK is a piss take. It's not a serious country, man. It's not a serious country.
Headed there, I was thinking of all the things I'd done to try and help this town. Things that Rishi had simply avoided. Everything he'd ignored and left here was all things I'd worked on fixing. We'd done all we can here in
That's
Richmond.
why he managed to put the L thing, because he was actually in the constituency that he ran for.
And I know that Rishi had not delivered, so the optimism was high, but here we go. Here are the results.
Good morning, everybody. Can I get your attention, please?
Good
The
morning.
number of valid ballot papers for each candidate was as follows. Jonathan David Harvey, commonly known as Count Binface, 308. The official Monster Raving Loony Party, 99. Rishi Sunak, Conservative Party, 23,059. Nicholas Omilana, Independent, commonly known as Niko Omilana, 160.
160
Oh my god, he does so shit. Oh my god, he did so much.
As Niko Omilana. 160.
100
Shit.
160.
160 votes. Wow. That's pathetic.
I hereby declare that Rishi Sunak is duly elected. Congratulations, and we address the stand.
As devastating as this was, I wish I could say I didn't see this coming. But I have to admit, I did. You may have thought that I was on course to smoke this election based on a specific coffee shop poll that we'd seen. But no. No, in reality, I edited that to look more than it was. In reality... Well, could I get 50 chocolates, please? 50. About to take the lead. See, I'd faked my mock poll results so I could cover up the devastating truth, which was that not enough people wanted me here, and that I was destined for a low vote count. Genuinely, I think I'm going to take the biggest L. How am I losing in a coffee shop? Oh my gosh, man. But if I'm taking an L, yeah? Rishi can take a bigger one. I've always been consistent in wanting to take Rishi down through this whole campaign.
He was 160.
Tell Rishi that I'm coming for him. I'm trying to remove him from the political world. That's the main reason. We will find you, Rishi. And when we do, you'll know that your time is up. Because I believe what Rishi stands for is wrong. His policies favour the powerful and punish the people who need support the most. He's shown us time and time again that his priorities are not with the people, which is inexcusable when there is so much on the line. And for that reason, he's the biggest joke on this stage, and that's coming from a man in children's glasses. Rishi Sunak deserves the biggest L of them all, and that isn't changing just because I didn't get as many votes as I wanted. So to take down the man who won the seat but lost the election, it feels fitting to almost transfer my minor L and give it to Rishi on the most lasting form possible, in his worldwide speech broadcast to the masses. And thankfully for me, I planned for this, so I already printed out a physical L with a lovely nod to the NDL and snuck it past security on entry. So all that there was really left to do for me and my campaign was to simply give it to him. This L was from all the people that Rishi discarded along the way, and straight away the media wanted to shut me out. They tried to move the camera away from me, taking the focus away from the giant L and back onto Rishi. But I hadn't worked my way up here just to be shut out. So I did what needed to be done and shuffled my way back into frame. And no matter what they did, it didn't matter. Because even if I'm not in this frame, I'm in this one, and 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 this one.
The British people have delivered a sobering verdict tonight. There is much to learn and reflect on, and I take responsibility for the loss.
Shut
I
up,
will now
Tom.
head down to London, where I will say more about tonight's result before I leave the job of Prime Minister, to which I have given my all. Thank you.
To go. I mean, I feel like there was some riggery going on, but
Yeah.
what can I say? I got mixed feelings. I took an L there, but I mean, if I take an L, I have to give one also. And Rishi is no longer the Prime Minister of the country. I just want to thank you guys for helping me. But to be honest, guys, I feel like I've let you down. So I'm sorry. Thank you, guys.
The real Prime Minister.
Thank you, guys. Thank you so much. All right, but Rishi's gone. He's gone. Rishi had indeed gone, and after getting myself on that main stage during his speech, the world chose to react.
Hold that L. That was the message from prankster Niko Omilana, who mocked Rishi Sunak with a loser sign.
Rishi Sunak might have won his seat, but this guy thinks he's a loser. YouTuber Niko Omilana mocked the former PM during his victory speech in Richmond, holding a L behind him.
Someone decided to rub it in. Well, that was a candidate holding up an L sign right behind Rishi Sunak while he was delivering his concession speech. The L here stands for loser. It's also a political reality for Rishi Sunak Sunak because he has lost.
The election was done and Rishi had been taken down. The results from the other areas came in and somehow I managed to get less votes than the majority of the Niko Omalanas running.
Really?
Majority of the Niko Omalanas running.
How has he done that? I I presume it's because when he's in a place with more people that would recognize the name Niko Milana.
Of the Niko Omalanas running.
Niko Amalana, 311.
Niko Omalana, 277.
Niko Omilana, 273 votes.
Niko Omalana, 222.
Omilana Niko Independent, 156.
The real Niko Omilana is arguably the worst Niko Omilana. And to be honest, I'd agree with that, because I don't know if I'd change my name to support some stupid YouTuber like these legends did. But they did, and they smashed it. Okay, well, time to go. But at the end of the day, the reason I ran was to take Rishi down. And I got what I wanted because he's no longer Prime Minister. So I had to celebrate that by handing him an L. But now on to me, I think that's it for politics. The country had its chance and they wasted it, as without me, the country has gone into chaos. So England lost the final of the Euros, the EDL somehow managed to find a way back to existence, and the potholes across the UK shockingly duplicated. So yes, I may have hung up my glasses, but there was still one more thing I wanted to do. So, we're back in Richmond, back in this place for the first time since running here, and we're seeing Tate one final time. We've got a little surprise for him. Hello, Tate. Good to see you, my friend. Yeah, it's been a while. Has been a while. Me and Tate hadn't seen each other for months now, so it was time for a little catch-up.
Good to see you.
As always. No, it's great to see you. It's great to see you as well. I actually came here to give you a gift.
Oh.
This thing right here. I just wanted to thank you properly because you were genuinely the first person to make me feel very welcome here. Obviously, you gave me help in what I was trying to do as well, and you really understood what I was trying to do. I know from speaking to you that this place seems to be the thing which you're most passionate about.
Yeah.
You spoke a lot about community here in Richmond and how it was kind of going down, and it had also affected your shop here as well. There's not really anything I can do necessarily about the community here in Richmond, but one thing which I do have is a very engaged community on YouTube. The NDL is a big movement, and I know the designs around this place, the fact that you make all of this stuff, a lot of this stuff yourself, I know that people would be really engaged with that and really interested in that. And I'd love to welcome you, as you welcome me, to my community. We've made you a website.
Okay.
Where if you wanted to sell any of your designs or anything like that, yeah, this is the website which we've got set up. And then just anything here, anything which you're selling on here. There's the dinosaur that's out there.
Yeah, I get it. Genuinely, mate, thank you. Yeah, my family's been through, like, trying to find a solution to this. It's not an easy. It's not an easy nut to crack. You know what I mean?
No, I completely understand.
Yeah, it would mean the world, mate. We really help.
Something I realised within Tate is his love for his own work. I mean, he literally makes so much of this stuff, but as he explained, it's not always easy to keep small businesses like this afloat. So there was one more thing I wanted to do, but first, I needed to make sure I could buy a custom item off of him. So, like, if there was to be an NDL plushie where you put an NDL on the plushie, because I want around 5 NDL plushies which I want to give away. If I could buy those off you, so how much would that cost? Now that you have your website.
Rough estimation, probably 120 quid.
Okay, could we make £5,000 work?
To what? That many plushies for that £5,000 worth?
No, 5 plushies.
5?
For £5,000. Does that work?
Yeah, I mean, I'm not going to say no.
Well, we have a deal?
Okay, sure. Okay, yeah, amazing. Sorry, that's a lot of money.
No, no. I really, really want this. I really want this to do well for you. For real, you've really you've really restored my faith in humanity. Tate is truly a remarkable man, and I really want this to be a reminder to everyone watching that if you think your voice doesn't matter or that you can't change anything, you're wrong, because you'll never know the impact you can make unless you try. And keep on trying, because you only lose when you give up. And Tate has certainly had a huge impact on me. And with that being said, if you want to support Tate, his website Tassie Designs will be in the description. And I'm going to be giving away 5 of these NDL toys made by Tate to people who go and follow me on Instagram. So go do that and you'll be in with a chance of winning. We set out to take down the Prime Minister, and I think we did it in style. Big up the NDL, and peace out.
That was a very good video. Very good. And you know what? I would like it because that was a banging video. I guess the real election was Nico. Yeah, sounding like Arsenal. My dad is crazy racist. Yeah, that's a good point, you know. I didn't make that correlation. Dragon's Head for 7.5K. Who bought it, cuz? This guy here for an hour to get 160 votes. Yeah, legit. That is so funny. That is so funny. Anyway, this song's a banger. I make money online.